Mic test, mic test. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Buddy Bison stream. I hope we're all having a wonderful day today because I most certainly am. Because we have finished Trails Beyond the Horizon, and we are doing something a little bit new today. I figured that it would be pretty cool to try out just some various demos that are up on Steam for games that I might want to purchase in the future or some other things. So yeah, I'll go. Oop. Forgot to flip this up. There we go. Yeah, my Elgato camera. Back when I got it, I went on Etsy and got like a 3D printed like flip down cover because the camera comes with one, but like it doesn't. How do I say this? You have to grab it and to like take the cover off, which it means that you would have to move it, and it would be annoying, like the down south demo. Well, I mean, I put it in the Discord saying, hey, people post like things for me to maybe play. But all the games that people posted didn't have demos. So those might just have to be normal games anyway. So the reason why I'm not on the game start screen right now is because the first game that we're going to be playing is Etrange Overlord, which is releasing on the 26th, so in 10 days. And the demo doesn't have a start screen. It just jumps right into the game, meaning that if I had it going during the countdown, we would have missed stuff. So that's why I'm not playing it right now. But I will boot the game up and move on over to the actual gameplay screen. So yeah, here it is. So Etrange Overlord is a game by NIS, Nippon Ichi Software. The same people that do Disgaea. This game, I don't know too much about it. The character design is by the same artist that does the ReZero novel like character design, and that's basically it. That's all I know about this game in terms of background information. But this is rather morbid. Right. Okay, and those are the words uttered by the Crown Prince of the Eldestein Kingdom as he condemned me to oblivion. Go to hell with you. I, Lady Etrange von Rosenberg, was branded as a villainess and sentenced to death after my fiancé callously broke off our engagement. Jeez, okay. Yeah, also this game, it's a bit more niche, I guess, compared to like Disgaea and stuff, so I imagine it's just going to be Japanese like dialogue. So I will be reading over it unless I think I have time to wait. But yeah, those are the few things that I do know about this game. None of which is plot, none of which is like real gameplay. I know it's, as far as I understand, it's a bit unique in terms of gameplay, but okay, hell with 3 suns. Good. Put the link to the downside demo in the Discord here. Okay, I'll check it out. Maybe not today, but later. See if we can put it on the docket. What is this place? Really, like, I like the tower designs in the back. The blue pulsing, or purple. I know for certain that I was executed. Which raises the question, what in heaven's name is all this? I like her design.
Well, look what we have here. Another sinner who's fallen off her perch.
Oh, okay. So these three fellas immediately off the bat give me vibe of recurring bit villains.
Talk about a sight for sore eyes. I'm going to have a barrel of fun watching that pretty little face end up all contorted in fear and agony. Someone ought to teach you how things are done around these parts, and we're just the demons for the job.
Not sure what you did to end up here, but welcome. Now, get ready, because it's time for your initiation. Hellspawn obligated duty, you understand?
Didn't think that that one was a woman, but the voice is very much woman. Okay, so up just brings that. Okay, there is a log. That's nice. Oh, and he even has different character art. Yeah. And this is where you can really tell that it's the ReZero novel artist. Like, it's distinctive. Like, their art style is pretty distinct. She reminds me of, she's not on any of the covers yet. But very much like specifically with the eyes. Not sure if you can see it very well here, but very much the eye and face shape, more noticeably in women, that they draw. You can usually identify. There we go. Yeah. So they claim to be demons, Could that mean I've been cast down into hell? Well, be that as it may, I am Lady Etrange von Rosenberg. If they were expecting any shrieks of terror out of me, then they will be sorely disappointed. Listen well, repugnant cretins. Rather than wasting time standing there, filling the air with cheap provocations and your rancid breath, I'll have you make yourselves useful and prepare me the following: a fluffy bed, luxury tea, and a confection of only the highest quality. Listen to this pampered princess ordering us around like we're her royal servants. Let's look at the log for that one. Yeah, ugh, jeez.
I don't think she understands the position she's in. At least not yet, anyway.
Did you hit her head on the way down or something? Well, I guess it's up to us to show her her place.
Seems that hell isn't quite so different from the real world. Fascinating.
Huh? Wait, are you seriously looking to fight us?
You must think we're on some kind of dream. Well, she's in for a rude awakening.
Money!
Free gold! Woohoo!
Now then, with my little coin trap sprung, I think I'll ambush them from behind. I can already picture the dumbfounded expressions that are soon to be plastered across their little faces. Okay. So, already Etrange is giving me unflappable vibes. The kind of person that is always ready, or at the very least, never surprised. The anticipation is simply killing me. And also seems to have a little bit of a sadistic streak.
Boom. Boom.
Okay, so we got move, we got dash, we got attack. Okay. Casting okay, so she knows offensive magic. Good. Okay. Was not expecting. Was not expecting this kind of action combat, really. that attacks home a little bit. Hey, Wolf Slash. And basically after each demo is done, what I plan... Oh, Happy Life, level 1. Interesting. Okay, so she's trying to build up to a happy life in hell, I guess. And after each demo, I do have basically an Excel spreadsheet where I plan to kind of list what I perceive to be the pros and cons. Because the idea with demos is you're supposed to be trying to get, like, feedback, by and large, for potential improvements or other such things. So I want that to be a part of this kind of stream. I also have no idea how long this demo is. So some of the demos could be no more than 30, 40 minutes. Others could be an hour, 2 hours. All right? There's variety, likely. Ah! This woman's a wielder of the dark arts! Shoot, we're gonna need a lot more demon power. Just you wait, lady. We'll have backup here on the double, and then you'll be sorry. We're gonna murderize you next time. Okay. Yeah, so they're the bitch tier that just runs away. Would that I could have a moment to relax with some tea and sweets. But it's nice having a princess character that isn't hopeless. Like someone who goes, ah, fuck. Well, I guess I gotta do. They do have tea and sweets here, do they not? If such isn't the case... She sounds really bad. Then this truly is hell. Broccoli. Okay. Super niche. Yeah, this is a super niche game. Gem Drops Game Studios. Okay. But yeah, already the fact that it started off with a guillotine scene. All little girls dream of romance. Sweet and sugar like marshmallows, it sends them into a trance. Those mushy, saccharine cliches should be crumpled up and thrown in space and with no delay. I'd rather waltz with grace, so let's dance the night away. And we shall dance defiantly and shamelessly, even if it means being cast into hell. As if I would ever pray, oh God save me, or let myself be felled. Okay, it's nearly time. 5 seconds remain until we leave for paradise. It's nearly... Okay, so we got demon friends. It's now church time. Sit back, let's play Curtains Rise. Have faith in yourself. Take your friends by the hand and keep them close. And stay true to your dreams and way of life. Those who impose on mine, I'll oppose. They'll expect me to be tremulous. I'll surmount all odds with elegance. For my name is... For my name is... For my name is... And this is why you get voice actresses that can sing. But how's it going, Wolf Slash? Thanks for dropping by. Etrange Overlord. Not Unicorn Overlord. I'm reporting the channel for being in the wrong category. Oh, wait, shit. Hey, no, I'm in Etrange Overlord. I put it in Etrange Overlord, did I not? Or did I not hit done when I went in? I may not have hit done when I went. Says stream info updated correctly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, better. Okay, so control them with this. Okay, so already good. Okay, pick up stuff on the overworld, late night shift, after that week of free time. Nice. Well, I mean, not nice, but, you know, sucks. But how's it going, Sleeper? Thanks for dropping by. And once again, still the offer or thing is open. If you have any demos that you'd like me to try out, please just post a link to, like, the Steam page in the Discord. And just please make sure it has a demo and isn't just the game you want me to play. Conquer stages and displace enemy flags with your own to advance the main story. Once cleared, you're going to replay battles and rewatch cutscenes. Okay. Interesting. So, okay, and the camera is locked, so it feels, in terms of like structured, it's almost like Overcooked. You just like go to an area, do the thing. Have an overworld. Okay, check your current happy life level, level up rewards, character statuses, and more. Updated sections will have a up icon. Okay. Oh, and there's the Steam store page, which is good. Good art. At the next level, you get 500 dark coins. Okay, items. You can check what items you have in your possession. It's capped at 999 for any one item. Good. I'm glad that they tell you that up front. You don't have to figure that out. So that's a good amount of information. So we got new all weapon materials, lane materials, food, recipes. Okay, pretty simple, pretty standard. Etrange type balanced weapon, enchantress ring glove level 1, attack 85 projectile count attack range, display illustration only. Cool. Okay. So not too complex in terms of, I guess, how it FF7 Rebirth has a demo. Time to spam the general chat. So it doesn't seem too overly complex right now. It's no like armor and anything. It's just, hey, this character class type, which is presumably unit based, and then the weapon they have on it, and a level of weapon. Tutorials, battle flag, yeah, okay. Pretty simple menus. I'm liking that. System, we got a load, we got a new. Interesting. Start the game with new. You just make a new one right here. Doesn't seem to have anything other than an autosave. I guess, it seems, maybe. Okay, we have the options. Okay, so system, we can change the screen brightness. Not going to. We have image quality, high, medium, low. For a game like this, it doesn't really, like, I'm not surprised. Doesn't seem to be a very, visually or graphically intense game. EU bugs mode. I think that EU bugs is just an easy or a difficult mode, if I remember right from the first time I booted up the demo. Vibrations, camera shakes, skip previously seen cutscenes. See, this is a nice setting to have. Like, hey, are you playing this on New Game Plus? Boom, skip all the settings or skip all the cutscenes. Or if you've lost a fight, just get back into it. I like that as a good setting. Okay, got the standard camera ones. Dynamic camera, which is presumably kind of move while you're going. Display controls at start, yeah. Display settings, good. Sound. How is the sound? Do I need to adjust the sound any? Game without bugs can't be AAA that way. No, this game is most certainly not AAA. We got control mapping change. And the neat part is you can see, similar to, I guess, the way that they have kind of done to Sky and whatnot up at the top, it is dynamic. Like, oh, if I move the mouse, it goes to key, like it goes to keyboard, mouse and keyboard. But as soon as I hit the button on the controller, it goes to the correct kind of controller type, which I appreciate. Always love that. Switch control guide. You can lock it. I'll do automatic. Mouse confirm. Okay, language. We got English, François, Nihongo, English. Okay. Okay. Sound is fine. Cool. Thank you. Sweets mode. That's it. Lowers the go the battles. Recommend for those who just want to relax and enjoy the story. Okay, so what's the EU bugs mode? And we got the display rights. Okay. So all things good. I think the system settings are probably sufficient for the type of game that this is. I'm just checking out the window stuff. So full screen, windowed, and borderless. Okay. Nothing surprising there. We got VSync. I'll just do 60 FPS. I prefer locking it. like in most games, I prefer locking at 60 because my stream is set to 60 FPS. So what I see is what you guys see in terms of FPS. Yeah, and it did autosave in the bottom left. So I'm just pressing buttons right now. It does not seem like there is a run faster button just yet. So that is either going to be something that you get, or this is just the speed that you're going. Depending on how big the world is, this could be fast enough or not nearly fast enough. I do like how everything kind of interacts with you a little bit. Like they just like do a little jump. But yeah, like there's no button presses that are doing anything. No sword swinging, no nothing. So the overworld really is just a like, hey, get a few resources here and there by and large, and just go to the next level. Depending on how the game pans out, I can imagine this being either seen as a unneeded thing where you're just kind of like, oh, hey, look at the character walking around more than anything, versus, hey, you could just put this in a list. It would be curious to know if later on, if they make it so you could like teleport back to previous levels, like fast travel or not. Okay. So we have, okay, so you can do the settings here as well. Tells you the controls. This is really nice. This is really good in case you're dropping in and out of the game, like for a good while. So we got move, attack, dash, swap character, camera, reset camera, special attack, throw, revive, pause. Okay. So they're using all the buttons, which is what we want. So then we have the rewards. Okay. Let's initiate. And it did say fixed under Etrange's name, so that means there will be enough characters at any given time to potentially be able to swap them in and out. That's a cat. Meow. Like a very Egyptian-looking cat. Well, well. If it isn't Cat Smee. Wait a moment. They didn't execute you as well, did they? How dreadful if so. That's a terrible thing to be caught up in. Meow. You're telling me I saw your head get cut off. Not actually. Black screen before that. Still, it's a funny thing, us meeting again in hell like this. Life truly is full of wonderful little surprises, isn't it? What would a cat have to do to go to hell? Right? Like, what terrible things would a cat have to be active in to warrant a cat going to hell? Hello. Hey, girly. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Yeah, we brought you a surprise. And by that, I mean a taste of the full might of hell.
Okay. That's a lot more.
No matter how adept you are at the dark arts, you haven't a prayer of besting so many demons all by your lonesome. You do well to surrender while you still have a tongue to speak with.
That's a lot. Very much, like, you can already see, I don't want to say that this is a budget game, but you can already see asset reuse, where it's like, we know what we're doing. We know that this probably isn't going to be selling gangbusters, all things considered. It's like, okay, you can see the blue one already has a red one that just doesn't have tats. The red one already has a blue one up on that back rock that is basically identical, just with different hair. And then you have the green one that's also a red one with different body hair pattern, no cuffs, and slightly different eyes and like horn shape. But by and large, it is trying to reuse as much as possible to be efficient, which I don't blame them for at all in this kind of game. Interesting. They could have attacked me while my back was turned, but given their strength in numbers, they likely presumed victory was all but assured. How fortunate for me that you happened along, Cat Smee. Let's show these poor fools who they're messing with, shall we? Damn, okay. She just goes, I can take this group. Kate Smee or Cat Smee. I imagine it's supposed to be pronounced Smee, because isn't that right? It's like Kate She. Like Kate Sith. It's not Kate Sith, it's Kate She or something like that. So, unless it's supposed to be a pun on blacksmith, and then it's Cat Smeeth. Cat Smeeth can now be used in battle. Kate Shmee. Boom, boom. Swap characters. Press bl to swap characters. Holding bl will cause the time in the game to pause. Use this chance to move your camera and examine your surroundings. Okay. Okay, so we have a little bit more of a melee character. Okay, I like playing as Kate Smee, or Cat Smith. Was not expecting the cat to be a controllable, fightable character. But I like that. I like that a lot. In fact, I kind of prefer a melee character in this kind of game than I do a 3-shot range character. So that's good. That's a good addition. Is that just the default we've defeated them posed of getting head in the sand? O transient warriors of legend, rise from the ebb and darkness. Legion! Legion, 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 Legion! Okay. So... Wait, so she's able to just make dupes of a cat, or is she summoning new demon cats? Has her cat always been a demon? Is it just a familiar? Maybe it makes more sense for it to be in hell than I thought.
When the blue blazes! Where did all these cats come from?
Legion, 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 Legion! That's a lot of cats. Let's see, that makes... On second thought, the exact quantity matters little. It is enough. Awaken the warrior's blood coursing through thy veins. Berserk! Oh, dude, Berserk? His guts? That cat had a lot of lives, yeah. This is quite literally drowning in puss. Damn it, where are you? Some kind of demon?
Guys, I'm kinda starting to think we picked a fight with the wrong lady.
Kinda.
No, I'm too young to die.
I believe it's time we brought this to a close. Okay. Sound of a goofy thrashing in the background. Okay. Just made a corpse pile. It's terrifying because many of them still have their eyes open. You've no need to worry. I've left little more than a scratch on you. So yeah, because she's saying Nekotaro, which is just kind of, I think, meant to be generic male cat name. Like Neko, cat, and then Taro, you usually add that to make it like masculine in a lot of cases. But it might be a play on blacksmith, but I don't know the Japanese word for blacksmith, so I'm not 100% sure. Splendid word, Kate Shmee. Meow. Status. Oh, okay. So she can look at her own status. That's an... Okay, so that's a... Okay, I always like it when game mechanics are built into the game world as well. Xenoblade 3 being one of my, I think, all-time favorites for just how it did it. But okay. What? Level 2? But how? Was I sent back to square one after my death? Please don't tell me I have to start over. After all the work I've put up into now. Isekai anime, yeah? Whoop. Hiss. How interesting. I've never been the receipt of such an offer, but should I take this to mean they wish to be my companions? I suppose I have little choice in the matter. Okay. Will you kindly serve as my loyal vassals? So I do like seeing the word vassals in specifically an NIS game, because the first time I ever heard the word vassals was when I played Disgaea DS, which was my first NIS game ever. So to me, the word vassal is tied very closely with Laharl. I'll take the continuance of that gesture as a yes. Very well then.
Yeah, serving under a baddie of a boss like you is gonna be awesome!
Damn, that dude is fucking heavy.
We'll be unstoppable.
Quite so! From today onwards, we will be known as the most feared, most heinous fighting force in all of hell!
Incidentally, what are your names?
Oh, what now?
Oh, they don't have names? Well, that poses a problem. How can I be expected to live here in comfort if something so simple as issuing commands is a constant struggle? So the leveling system, was that the only for the cutscene? No, there is a leveling system. It's the happy life level. I don't know what the level entails, whether or not you get new skills, because it seemed like the combat system was relatively simple. Attack, dodge, swap characters. There was a special attack that I don't have unlocked yet, I guess. But I imagine maybe different levels you'll unlock more stuff, right? Okay, so she names them after their laughs. Khaki, Chucky, and Chorty. There, that should suffice. I couldn't imagine more suitable names for you were I to try. Hyuk, 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 and hya-ha. I use these idiosyncratic forms of laughter as a basis. They fit you to a T, as they say. Wouldn't you agree?
Seriously, my name was decided by some random slips of the tongue.
Oh? Do they not like the names I've given them? No, surely that couldn't be the case. Could it? Meow. Oh. Giving demons, I guess giving demons names makes them people, and attractive ones at that. Mr. Fat Boy over there got a fucking six-pack just because he got named. Huh? What just happened? We underwent metamorphosis. Or, put more simply, we transformed. And who might you be? Why, I'm Khaki, of course. Since you, our illustrious master, saw fit to impart distinctive identities upon us, we were able to attain our true forms.
Doubt it would have happened if just anyone tried to give us names, though.
reminds me of the slime anime. Yeah, you know what? You're right. When you name them, they take a chunk of your magic and can potentially class up.
As your new lackey, what you did means a lot. Your love for us runs deeper than even the bowels of hell itself.
Wait a moment. Who are you?
It's me, Chucky. Who else would I be?
Hey. Why are you looking at me like I'm a clown that walked into a funeral? I can scarcely believe it, but would you happen to be Chorty? A prize for the boss lady! The other form looked more masculine in appearance, but... I stared without thinking. What was I doing? Such behavior is unbecoming of a member of the House Rosenberg. To judge an individual based on their appearance or gender is something I would never stoop to. I am an equal opportunity employer. In any event, while I do find myself a bit flummoxed by all this, I tend to not stress over such trifling minutiae. That said, I can accept the situation as it is.
Rosenberg mentioned? A Rosenberg doll? A perfect entity?
Now, on to other matters. Though, incidentally, the act of mulling over the perfect names for them has rather tired me out.
Are you just gonna play a demo a day? I mean, I might play more than one demo a day depending on how long the demos are. I didn't look ahead of time to see how long each of the demos are. I just went, okay, let's do it.
I'll make it a point to delegate any more name-giving henceforth.
You're in charge of names.
We vow to serve you, mind, body, and soul, from now to eternity, master. Very good. Then here's my first order. Prepare my tea and sweets, and do so as swiftly as possible. As you wish.
On it.
Now the question is, if she gave... Now let's say she named identical demons the same names. Would they all turn into the same individual, unique-looking characters, thereby making them not unique? Or is it a combination of the demon type that gets the name and the name itself? Right, because they all got names that presumably didn't really fit their humanoid appearance. Right? They just got a name. So yeah, it's making me wonder.
So hell does have tea and sweets after all. That's quite the relief, given how they're the source of my magical power.
Oh, okay. So she needs sugar.
Should I be unable to replenish my tea and sweets supply soon, I'll likely undergo a transformation of my own.
Oh?
Without my precious tea and sweets, I'll go into withdrawal.
Oh, okay. So not actual transformation, just need my hit. Gotta hit me.
How I wish I could be partaking of her homemade confections right about now.
Her homemade. Okay, so she's thinking of someone specific who's good at making sweets. Khaki, Chucky, and Shorty can now be used in battle. Okay, cool. Just fancy throne and tea set in the middle of a desert wasteland. Not even an umbrella or parasol to block the 3 suns.
Phew. Many thanks. That's one crisis averted, though very much narrowly.
Meow.
Now that I'm refreshed in both body and spirit, I suppose I'd best determine what our next step shall be. Let me take stock of my current assets. There's Cat's me, this band of 3, and their tea and sweets. Seems I have the bare minimum I need to scrape by in this place.
See, oh god, what? There's a demon character in the... What was it? I think it was... Yeah, there's a demon character in the PS Vita version of Disgaea 3, if I'm remembering right. Might be Disgaea 4. But there's a demon character, a Majin character, that has very similar, if I remember right, has very similar horns to Kaki. Right there. I like that design of horn. Though I'm none too pleased with my present state of affairs, having come here on the heels of an execution for a crime I haven't the faintest recollection of. But I, the esteemed Lady Etrange von Rosenberg, will not allow myself to be satisfied with things as they stand. Okay, we have ambition. Oh. That's right, I will make my life here in a hell-living paradise. I'm gonna live gorgeously, elegantly. No sweets and treats. This is the important part. Because I am the great, noble, and venerable Lady Etrange von Rosenberg. Is this a fucking musical game? Like, do they have little, like, music vignettes? I will live the happiest life possible here in hell. That is my new aim. Okay. So she doesn't want to get out of hell, which I'm surprised. Would have thought that would have been the primary goal. Let's get out of hell. But no, she's going like, I'll just make hell my paradise. Whatever. It's nice having a princess, like a high royal kind of character. One, be competent, and two, just kind of roll with the punches and not really care that much. Because I feel like it's so overdone where it's like, oh, you've disrespected me, off with their head. Someone do it. Right? Be a very, like, Marie Antoinette kind of character. Why the long face, my darling? Tell me, what ails you? My mind is still on my honorary sister. Though we may not have been bound by blood, she was someone I admired. And now, she is no longer with us. In light of that terrible truth, I don't think I can bring myself to be happy. It wouldn't be right. What are you saying, Angelina? Such a thing is not worth fretting over. Etrange was a criminal of the highest order, and a threat to the lives of the royal family. I was kind of expecting to end a demo. Yeah, right? I feel like they're gonna let you do, like, 3 battles. Right? Because the first battle was just, hey, introduce it. Second battle was, hey, there's a concept of 2 characters. Now that they said, hey, here are 3 characters to use in battle, I imagine they're gonna let you at least do a battle where you can play as at least one of those 3. Right? I feel like that kind of makes sense. It's only natural that she was executed. Speaking for myself, I fell into utter despair, thinking the world had come to an end, when my father arranged my betrothal to that snake in human garb. But that's all behind us. At last, here I am, together with you, my true love. Did he seriously have Etrange executed simply because he wanted to marry the blonde one? He was like, nah, that one ain't my type. How do I get out of this marriage? That's it. Instead of talking like a normal human being, it just, how about I just, make it so she's accused of doing like a heinous crime, and then we execute her, and then she's not a problem. Yeah. There's nothing left that can stand between us. So please, smile. Typical villainous story. Oh, my darling prince. See, typical villainous story, but then you have a non-standard villainous main character who doesn't care. she got executed, went to hell and went, what can you do? Oh well. Make hell paradise like Demon King in here. Yeah. How's it going, ninja? My engagement with that living weapon was annulled, and now you and I are to be wed. All that remains is to hold the grand ceremony. Even so, it pains me greatly that I cannot share this happiness with her. Okay. As if. That loathsome woman did nothing but look down on me as she pranced about indulging in her every little whim, day in and day out. How the mighty hath fallen. It was quite the satisfying spectacle, seeing Etrange plummet down into hell where she belongs. Wait, did they see her go down to hell, or is that more metaphorical, seeing like the executioner axe or guillotine chop on her? Is that? Also seems like both of them are assholes, maybe? Possibly, like. But the most gratifying part, watching her head cleaved right off under the guillotine. Plop! She got what she deserved. And so have I. Now, everything that once belonged to her, her family name, her wealth, her lands, all of them are mine. Even the prince's heart belongs entirely to me. I've stolen everything I could possibly steal from her. This is the greatest day of my life. I feel like I have the world on a string. My dear, kind-hearted Angelina, you've no cause to worry. Not anymore. Leave everything to me. I swear I'll dedicate the rest of my life to your safety and happiness. Oh, my sweet prince. Okay. So them coming back to them makes it clear that it's like, oh, it's important. Oh, music? More music? What a simple-minded fool. This was too easy. Although I had a few setbacks due to that irksome maniac, so I gave her some payback. With her out of the way, there's no one living who can lead my grand plan astray. And now at last, I have secured the happiest and best life ever, which I shall enjoy with my prince forever. So she also wanted a happy life. So it's a similar size of the same coin thing. And they will not be happy when she dies and finds out her sister conquered hell because she could. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this game, a lot more music than I was expecting. Most anime games have music at the start and at the end. And that's it. Like opening, ending of a show. This one is kind of a play musical thing. Like very short music vignettes at the end of, I guess, major cutscenes. Etrange reinforces total level. Leveling up brings major rewards such as new features and items, the Happy Life level. Increase your Happy Life level by completing missions. Some missions consist entirely of watching cutscenes, while others require meeting specific victory conditions in battle. Okay. Some battles are cutscenes. Okay. So, with a sequence like this, it makes me wonder if there ever come a point where multiple battles will be available at the same time, or if it is purely point to point, you have to do one after the other, because it is structured hell 1- blank. So, if it's Disgaea-like in that, where it's like you have to go in order, like a very specific order, it'll be fine. It just makes me wonder what exact use the overworld really has, other than walking between the things. Catch Me, type speed. Rosenberg Collar 1. Khaki, type balanced. Wrathful Deity Broadswords, level 1. Chucky Power, Infernal Bracelets, level 1. He has very defined lips. I wish he didn't have the thin mustache, though. And Shorty, type speed, short bow of the damned. Okay, so she's the weakest, but I would expect her attacks to come out the fastest, maybe. Strongest, so probably the slowest. Oh, interesting. Wait, so I'm looking at like the attack range, count, speed, and stuff. I thought those were like, oh, when you leveled up the weapons, they would like light up the stars, but I guess that's just indicative of their base. Bow user! A very Disgaea-esque looking bow as well. Okay. Oh, wait. Rewards. Next one is 1,000. Okay, so let's do this. Clear stage, party formation. So, yeah, the 3 are fixed with Etrange. Yeah, so the only one... Oh, interesting. So they let me swap... Most JRPGs and stuff wouldn't let you do that. Like, Etrange is the main character. So of course she's gonna be in the fight. Why wouldn't she be? But this one, they're like, no, whoever's in your crew, you get to go. And also the way that this is structured in terms of available, like, space on the screen makes me think that you're gonna have probably, like, 4 rows of 4 of, like, total characters by the end of the game. Or maybe 3 rows of 4, unless they're willing to not have it be perfect. Which, for a game like this, seems like quite a lot. Like, I don't know how long they're planning to have this game be in terms of total playtime. But seems like a decent, like a potentially decent amount of characters. Only missing a tank and a healer archetype. Yeah, true. Although, I imagine Big Punch Guy is tanky. The course for my second chance at life has been set. I shall endeavor to enjoy my time here in hell to the fullest. And if I wish to live in maximum comfort, I'll need to create the proper environment. But what would that entail, exactly? Well, for one, there must be sweets. We simply must have sweets, if nothing else. I can't imagine life without them. You know what, Etrange? I can agree with you. I got apple pie upstairs that I'm gonna have after stream. I figured out a great way to have apple pie yesterday. Get some peanut butter, like take a scoop of peanut butter, put it into like a bowl, heat that up to get like melty. Apple pie on top, heat it all up, and then like mix it together to make almost like a lazy man's, like, I forget what they're called, where it's usually like oats and apple, like an apple crisp kind of thing. Is she Van's daughter? Maybe. Got that demon, she's in hell. Oh, if only she were here now. Mao. That noise. Oh, damn. Okay, so we have 2 new demon-looking things. The ghosty one, and then the big one with the whip. Ah, Sweetia! Is that her? The maid I've so desperately been longing to see? That many marvels in this place never cease. Do you know that woman, Master? Indeed I do. Be that as it may. Just whipping the bombs of her booted feet. I never realized she found pleasure in such proclivities. Perhaps we ought simply pretend we never saw anything and leave her be. I wouldn't want to interrupt her kinky time. She deserves it as much as anyone.
I think you've got the wrong idea here, Master. He isn't doing this by choice. These guys are dealing out one of Hell's main forms of punishment. Flogging.
Oh, really? If what you say is true, then this is really quite strange. She was hardly the type to commit such sins as would condemn one to hell. She must have been wrongly convicted. Of that I'm most certain.
Wait, does this mean that the laws of real world are what deem if you go to hell? Wait, so like sin isn't like a god ordained thing? Like, you have to be accused and found guilty of any crime, and if they deem you guilty and you get executed for it, you go to hell even if you didn't do it? Because my brain was going, oh, Etrange must have been some kind of piece of shit outside of what she knew about. And that's why when she died, she went to hell. Also, she uses the dark arts, so I mean, doesn't surprise me. But that makes it seem like so long as someone accuses you in a court of law, regardless of how corrupt, finds you guilty, you go to hell. Interesting. Interesting world.
Cease this at once.
$9.99. Poor guy.
That girl is my personal attendant. I command you to let her go right this instant.
I like the design on that one on the far right, the floating one.
Lady Etrange? This is neither illusion nor dream, sweetie. But I'm here now, so be at ease.
Or heaven wants to punish hell, and that's why they send her that. Oh, yeah.
Now, come hither. At once, my lady.
So, also one other thing that I think I know about this game. If I remember right, Sweetia's voice actress is the HoloLive VTuber Tsunamaki Watame, the fucking sheep. The sheep girl. If I remember right. Which doesn't surprise me because I think it was Disgaea 7 and maybe also... No, it was Disgaea 6 and maybe also 7. I haven't played 7 yet. I plan to eventually. It was Disgaea 6 that had a like crossover content with like some pretties and some of the other like generic units that were HoloLive like crossover themed.
Master, that one is really dangerous barrier There's one really dangerous barrier poking. These guys are condemners. It's their job to dish out hell's tortures. Get in their way, and they'll turn their whips on you for sure. Chucky, Shorty, hold your heads up high, for you are my vassals. Vassals of Lady Etrange von Rosenberg. Now, I demand you return my sweets, my sweetie, rather, to me.
Whoa. Whoa. Do we just have to, like, protect her? Okay. But it is about time to do our little break. So let's take 3 minutes. And we're back. Okay. Defeat all enemies while protecting the defense target. Let the target's HP fall to 0 and it's game over. Give out orders to your allies with R1. Use the tactics that best fit the current situation. Tactical priorities. Victory. Focus on completing every objective. Devices. Focus on using devices. Enemies. Focus on attacking enemies. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So he's strong. Oh, good. Okay, so Bo is pretty good. Yeah. I think for right now, I like playing as Kaki the most. Rather than put their neck on the line like you're doing. You stood by my side. You made it find some of the sweets the world has to offer. Warning. Okay. Okay, so not too complex, and also I appreciate because like usually escort quests suck. At least Suitia, or at least the combat is not so difficult, or the enemies are not so hard that you have to worry too much about like the NPCs like pathing. One thing that I would say is unfortunate about this game's structure is that because it doesn't have English voice acting, that in combat like dialogue, it's hard to pay attention to it or even recognize that it's really occurring because it's in Japanese, right? So it's kind of and there's no good way to go back and look at it. I'm in the log right now, and the log seems to purely be, hey, this is the cutscene you're in's log, not global dialogue, sort of like how Trails did it. So I'd say that that's kind of a con, because the stuff that they're saying seemed to be like pretty decent, like character building stuff, right? Also, these early levels are pretty quick, so I don't even think they got through all their dialogue. Like, it seemed to interrupt. Simply astounding. To think that we, those of the lowest ranked of hell, were able to topple the mighty condemners.
I think we owe that to Master's dark magic. Not to mention her strategic brilliance, which alone would make even the greatest tactician turn on their heel and run for the other end of hell. Color me impressed.
We really are unstoppable. Grand Army of Hell to end all Grand Armies of Hell.
Yaha.
Our victory here was simply a matter of course. Have a little more faith, my vassals. For I am here with you.
Meow.
助けていただいてありがとうございます。
Lady Etrange, thank you so much for coming to my rescue.
まさか地獄でお会いできるなんて夢にも。
Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined we'd meet again in hell of all places. Sweets.
Oh god.
お礼なんていいから今すぐ一刻も早く
I need thanks. I need sweets! This instant, on the double, quickly! Prepare me your delicious sweets! Please!
Oh, damn, she's saying please.
Right away, my lady.
There we go. I'm surprised that didn't have a musical stinger to it. Okay. More fights than I was expecting. Yeah, I given that there doesn't seem to be anything special on the map, I'm glad it's not too big of a map. I do think a run button would behoove the game to have. Or a means to speed up the walk, because there's not really much to do. I won't say that that is a negative, but it is a neutral, I hope, because at some point maybe there is a faster mode of movement, like a mount or something. Or they just boost the speed. Not 100% sure, but it would be nice. Initiate battle. So we got 3 fixed, and 2 of them I kind of, well, Etrange isn't too bad, but I prefer Cat and Khaki. I wonder why the other 2 aren't available. Because it was just those 3. Okay, we got Mad Max Mobile. Okay. Gee, okay. That's pretty big. Okay, so Etrange can be surprised. That's a cool way to deploy. Aw, 999. Where'd the chair go?
Hey, you there? That you mean? Your days are numbered, lady, 'cause we're here to execute you.
And why, pray tell, am I to be executed?
Why? Did you seriously just say why? Fine. If you need me to spell it out for ya, I will. 1. You've been damned to hell, and you haven't suffered even a single punishment. 2. You interfered with the condemner's duty in delivering punishment to a sinner. 3. You went and beat the living hell out of those same condemners. These are all major sins worthy of capital punishment.
Oh, and what exactly was wrong with me doing any of those things?
What?
1. It's true that I've been damned to hell. I'll concede that point. However, I've no recollection of ever committing a sin. Therefore, I firmly object to the need for accepting punishment. 2. I cannot very well be expected to stand idly by as my personal maid, who I treasure so dearly, is being tormented. Such, I intervened on her behalf. 3. Those condemners, or whatever they're called, accosted me with pitchforks and wanton hostility. Therefore, I had little recourse but to beat them senseless before they could kill me.
I like the structure of the conversation. I'm gonna list it out 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm gonna refute them 1, 2, 3. Right? She's logical. She is a logical individual.
Now, enlighten me again as to which of these actions was wrong. I fail to understand your logic wholly and completely.
You must be out of your damn mind, woman! How dare you talk back to me? When you humans come to hell, you're supposed to tremble in fear and accept your punishment without complying. That's just common sense round here.
And your notion of common sense is damned idiotic. More appallingly, look at what you've done to the macarons Sweetia made for me. They're covered in sand now. I will make you rue the day you sullied my sweets. You forfeited your right to live to see the morrow. A word, master.
I've no doubt this assertive demeanor of yours is typical for you, and while that's all well and good, please consider that vehicle is a weapon of untold power, developed by Bad Apple Incorporated, one of the most prominent weapon manufacturers in hell. Bad Apple Incorporated. Even for you, strong as you are, besting an obstacle of this scale may prove too tall a task. Oh, well, this is most fortuitous. It just occurred to me that I may have need of a chariot. It would certainly make traveling about hell more comfortable. Okay, are they about to solve my not con? Oof, 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 oof. Well, actually, hers wasn't an oof, 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 oof. It was definitively an oh, ho, ho, ho.
Wait, are you saying you want to hijack this? Wow, I've never heard any human suggest something so bold.
Our boss is one of a kind, that's for sure. She's not just a baddie, she's straight up bad to the bone. Bad. Now, let's wrest the reins of this carriage from their grip and claim it for ourselves. I want to fight too, my lady. I'm afraid it's impossible for a normal human to do battle with demons. Master is the exception, given how she's as far from normal as one can get.
Yeah, what he said. Compared to all the other humans I've seen, to call her a defect to end all defects would be putting it mildly.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Heck, I'm not sure if our boss can even be classified as a human. A lot of you have quite the sharp tongues, I see. As well as a desire for a few kicks to the head, which I'll see to shortly. Dissuade me all you like. I've made up my mind. Lady Etrange, you've always kept me an eye out for me, so I wish to return the favor. From here on, I'll do whatever I can to protect you. Sweetia, you speak as if you've not been protecting me all along, yet it is your sweets that have safeguarded my serenity. Bad Apple Incorporated is anything like Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
Penny the Demon Platypus!
Or sorry,
A demon platypus? A demon platypus?
there we go, that's better. You needn't cast yourself into the throes of combat to return a favor that's not owed. No, my lady. It's not just to show my appreciation. And don't worry, I'm not pushing myself one bit. I simply wish to fight by your side. That's all. You see. If that's the cause that sees you volunteer your aid, then I will accept it. Let us face them together. Are you certain this is wise, Master? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. I'm not the type to deem something a lost cause before it is tried. If Sweetia wishes to fight, then she may do so. How she wishes to live is something for her to decide. For my part, I will always encourage those who wish to see their own desires through. Okay. Lady Etrange, you have my gratitude. So how's she gonna fight? Unworthy of your faith or not, I promise I will prove useful to you in battle. Yo, it's pumping out tunes. Oh? Is that like a music arena? Sweetia can now be used in battle. Okay. So there's an inside the circle and outside. Collect lane items that appear and circle around the lane. For some items, picking up duplicates will boost their effects. Lane items have a chance of spawning when you defeat enemies. Boost power and range for a set number of attacks. Grant a shield that nullifies a single attack. Heals HP. Throw at enemies to send them flying, leaving them wide open to consecutive strikes. Grants the use of one special attack. Huh, okay. Only crime that would get Duve in prison would be building a tax evasion editor. Yeah. Oop. Oop. Okay, special attacks deal massive damage to enemies. Make sure to pick up special attack items when...
攻撃強化や HP 回復に爆弾大地から生成される無限のアイテム
Oop,
が
okay.
我々の武器だ
あら、そこで舞踊陣に回っているものがそうですか。
Okay, so her...
それでしたら、私たちがいただいてしまえばいいんじゃないかしら。
Okay, so she is a healer.
様
So she's got AoE heals.
父様のものを勝手に使うつもりか
さすがご主人様。見事な極悪非道っぷりだね。
Okay. Oh, okay, that's a really good AoE. Jeez. Okay. Now let's see what hers is. Okay, this is a pretty interesting combat system. Like, collect lane items. Like, this is a... Okay. Okay. So, it's still combat. It's still... Okay, so as you kill enemies, things will spawn to make it easier to kill more enemies, but specifically in the music string lines, which thereby makes it so combat should be generally centered around those. I imagine larger maps could have it be a bit more interesting, but that is a neat battle concept. And it keeps the, like, stuff that you can get from it relatively simple to not overwhelm you because you're just dashing around so much. Sweetie is good as a healer with, like, a special attack. Oh, yeah, slap their feet just for good measure. I feel like she's probably more beneficial in the fact that she just has a heal as her special attack. Just, like, as a safety. We did it, my lady! To think the maid who resigned herself to her punishment only a moment ago could handle herself so well in a fight. I have to admit, I'm surprised. I can understand that. But if it's for the sake of my lady, I can muster the strength to move mountains. Through burning hellfire or freezing waters if need be. As you all can quite see, Sweetia has remarkable grit. Run away! Nigerundayo! Oh no, are they taking our chariot? No, they took our chariot! That was ours! Oh, they better not think I'll let them get away with my chariot. Okay, level 3. Got 1,000 darks. So I wonder if the demo is basically just like chapter 1, which I imagine is this final one. Because Disgaea generally operated on a like 4 to 5. Oh, there's a base. Okay. Oh, neat. I await your command. I need my support, Lady Etrange. Shop ain't open yet. Okay, so there are going to be shops. Appreciate you giving the name a little me. So there's going to be shops and other such stuff to, I guess, use the darks on. But it's not available in the demo, or it's not available in just, like, the game yet. Okay. Neat. Oh, mission. There are 2 missions. Hell 1-5. Okay. So clear stage and something. Party formation. Oh, we can swap people out freely. Okay, cool. I guess I'll go with Sweeler. Yeah, she's type healer. Speed, balanced. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, because I like Kaki's balanced, like, damage and attack string more, but I do like the cat's speed. Actually, you know, let's just swap. Let's just swap them in, like, an order of who I kind of want to play as, because I like playing as the cat. The cat's really nice. Okay, and the settings are still kind of like the same. Cool, good. Initiate battle. Let's go. Hell yeah. Oh. You there, girl. What foolishness is this?
How dare you refuse your punishment, let alone attempt to spark a rebellion? Oh, Count Eret. Since our Overlord placed me in charge of flogging all wayward sinners like you, I, Count Eret, shall take it upon myself to teach you your place.
Okay, so, I mean, this is obviously Etrange Overlord, but there are, I guess, demon overlords in this, so we might be in, like, a... Like, this could feasibly be one of the Disgaea Overlord, like, worlds, underworlds. As well as the very meaning of pain. I, too, have a responsibility as the head of House Rosenberg. Had I truly committed some grievous sin, I would accept punishment without protest. However, I stand before you with a ledger unblemished of any wrongdoing. I've not committed even the slightest act that would merit such penance. Can they just, like, pull up a list of sins? She says this, but I could just as well picture Master carrying out a grand-scale massacre, or something to that effect. Yeah, she is pretty heckin' diabolical.
True. Seeing that wouldn't surprise me one bit.
You do realize I can hear you all quite clearly, yes?
You seem ignorant as to the ways in which we operate. So allow me to elucidate you on the matter. Sinners' punishment in hell is determined by the weight of their sins, as well as their own sense of guilt. So, for argument's sake, let's presume that you really were wrongfully charged. The moment you set foot in this place, the condemners still would have driven it home how much of a horrible wretch you are. In the light of their verbal onslaught, you'd come to develop at least some semblance of guilt. You would wonder, have I really done something wrong? Therefore, even if you were truly innocent, once that seed of guilt took hold, hell's punishment would instantly become valid. Interesting. So, basically, they gaslight you into thinking that maybe you should be punished as a sinner, and that makes you worthy of being punished. That's pretty backwards. So what you're saying is, the severity of hell's punishment equals the weight of one's sins plus their sense of guilt. Do I have that right? Meaning hers is 0 plus 0, because she has no sense of guilt and also has done no sins. Then even if someone were to be wrongly accused, you could simply overwhelm them with the ridicule to the point of self-reproach, thus justifying punishment. That must make things awfully convenient for those of you tasked with exacting said punishment. Now I understand why Sweetie was rivaling with oohs and ahs while on the receiving end of the lasher's whip. Hey, I never did any oohing or ahhing. Oh, did she not? I could have sworn she did. Good. It would seem my explanation has penetrated that thick skull of yours. Human beings all harbor some measure of guilt over their past actions, even if only a smidgen. No life is bereft of sin, even amongst the most virtuous of your kind. Now, on your knees, submit to your punishment. 0-0. But how? How were you able to absorb my lashes with nary a scratch? Is it really so odd? That whip you swing about carries hell's judgment with it, yes. And you say a person's punishment in hell is determined by the weight of their sins, in addition to their own sense of guilt? Well, the weight of my sin is 0, and my sense of guilt is 0. You can add 0 and 0 together all day, but it will always amount to 0. Therefore, your little punishments have no effect on me. That's all there is to it. I'm immune to your damage unless I'm in combat? A human with no sense of remorse or accountability? No, such a person cannot exist. That's simply inconceivable.
Say what you will, but such a person does exist, and she's standing right before you. Those punishment is doing darn all on her. I knew there was something special about Boss. He stands in the face of logic and says, "You will bend to my will." Well, I mean, her logic also kind of makes sense. Why, you? Jump away. Don't think I'll allow a madwoman like you to run amok in our glorious hellscape. If my whip isn't fit for the task, then forget the punishment. I'll simply wring your neck with my bare hands. I will eviscerate your filth-ridden soul so completely, you'll never be able to reincarnate again. So they can just choose to not be Hellspike. Okay, so now we have a spinning spike thing and multiple lanes of... Okay. So it's good. Oh, fuck. Okay, and they give a whole bunch of these jobbers so that they can have a whole bunch of the these so they can have a whole bunch of like early game or early round like drops. Oh. Okay, so you can't get multiple of the same boosts for some of them. I wonder. Oh, and the boxes have money. Okay, that was wave 1, defeated all enemies. There is a timer up in the top left. Batsu ataeru. Okay. This is a thing. How do we defeat the boss? Okay, and also the timer went really high. Gotta be something we can do about that barrier. Okay. Okay, I'm not seeing anything in the... The whip is proving to be a problem, yeah. Oh, maybe bomb? Okay, bomb is not it. I'm imagining... It's not bomb. And the only thing I can imagine is... Because I'm not seeing anything else. Oh, okay. So... okay, that's cool. Glad I was reading the hints. Okay, so... By completing certain conditions, you can stun enemies. This is your chance to deal lots of damage. Everyone, match the attack. There we go. Cool. Okay, once you figure it out, with the game's help, it becomes a lot easier. I should have been able to figure it out, given it's the most prominent thing in the map, the spinning spike wheel. I thought originally it was you had to get him in the way of it, but that didn't work. But it was no, you had to get him to whip it. Okay. Oh, that's an evil smile. Lady Etrange, that's an awfully devious grin you're wearing. All out attack. Yeah. The denizens of hell are rather quick to grovel upon defeat, I've noticed. Okay, it's also again. After this. Although, I suppose I can understand their eagerness to adhere to those with great power. Everyone just looking at him as he's doing it. They are following. Hey, music number. Look there, I have with me now a mobile fortress, and I've added 3 retainers. That's progress. This life of mine, here in hell, is going swell, as you can tell. Onward, onward we go, the path to my happy life awaits us ahead, so now we tread the road to relaxing well here in hell. Power to the translator. Come, everyone. We have a chariot to ride. Power to the translators for Eric can now be used in battle. God damn it. I thought that was going to be the end of the demo. Jesus. Anytime musicians, like, anytime translators have to translate, like, songs and try to keep them somehow, like, musically timed, or not timed, but similar, where it's like, okay, we gotta figure out good rhymes that also translate correctly to get the meaning. Much to my delight, we managed to procure a form of transportation rather quickly, even if doing so required a great deal of effort on our parts. Although I suppose I owe Eric some gratitude for gifting it to us so readily after the fact. I decided to name this mobile fortress after my favorite confection, the macaron. It's quite perfect, if I do say so myself. She likes naming things after other things. What's our next move, Your Grace? Our supply of tea and sweets is more than adequate, and we have our chariot to do with as we wish. What we require now is weaponry.
Weaponry? For what purpose?
Even back when I was alive and well, I've always strived to enjoy life's little pleasures to their fullest. However, there would often be those who would stand in the way of that end. In fact, that was a constant during that time.
Guess World 1 is the demo? Yeah. But I thought 1.5 was going to be the end of 1. That's why I'm surprised.
You'd think they would know well enough to leave me be, but they went to excessive lengths time and again to lobbying their complaints. Truly, the thoughts and behaviors of other people are an utter enigma to me. In any event, it would be to our benefit having some means of fending off the overly persistent sorts. I'd rather not waste my precious energy taking out every little pest that comes crawling my way. Much like those disgusting dark creatures that scurry and flutter about.
Oh, bugs. Oh yeah, because there's the ew bugs mode.
They're the sole reason I cannot wipe the word fear from my lexicon. In summary, that's why I desire weaponry.
I, admittedly don't fully understand the reasoning, even still. But if that is your desire, then it shall be done. I presume you wish to make a purchase from the armory, then.
You amuse me with your silly suggestions, Eric.
And why, pray tell, is that?
Were we to go shopping for weapons, all that would do is further enrich the armory. When one hears the word armory, I imagine most think a vendor who will sell me the means to stand victorious over my foes. But all I see is war profiteers who seek to capitalize off the proliferation of conflict. They would do business with me one moment, then turn to my enemies and sell to them the next. Then they would continue to earn more and more profit until both sides burn themselves out. And after all was said and done, they'd use their position to curry favor with the victors and claim collateral from the vanquished. Such is the way of things for tradesmen who've no allegiances. Alright, then what shall we do instead? It's quite simple, really. We strip the armory clean of every product in their possession. We just go take everything. We buy nothing. You truly are a devil of a woman. Why, thank you. And that's the highest compliment I could receive from a person like you. The largest armory in hell would be Bad Apple Incorporated. From where we are now, we would arrive in a little less than an hour. Very well, then. Set a course. Mobile Fortress Macaron? Full speed ahead! One has to wonder what sort of weapons an armory in hell might possess. I'm very much looking forward to finding the answer. Okay. Base Macaron. At base, talk to specific allies to use their facilities. You might find something to your liking if you explore from top to bottom. 5,000 darks. Okay, what's going on? Shorty shop is now open. Yeah. Welcome. You can purchase consumable items which can be used at different facilities. Save plenty of darks and spend them wisely. Purchase. So we got flavoring, used for cooking, mysterious meat, boost lane item appearance rate. Okay, yeah, let's buy a recipe. Cornucopia kimchi bowl recipe. So okay, yeah, but okay, costs. So you need 5 of this to make the thing. You need 10 of this to make the thing. So let's buy 20. Okay, cool. Magic shard. Come again! Yaha! A good meal will give you the boost you need for your next battle. Sure. What would you like to eat? Got a little toaster oven. Jesus Christ, that's a big lobster. Cantina. Apply useful buffs to help with combat, gather the necessary ingredients, and get cooking. Current cooking buffs will be overwritten. Cantina has been unlocked. Acquired a new recipe. Golden ratio shrimp stir fry. Ooh, shrimp stir fry sounds good. Boost all allies attack by 5 and HP by 8. You know, let's do this. Because we just went into the process of making it. I will give you a demonstration of my abilities. Chef buff. Boost all allies damage by 3, boost HP by 10. That's a useful chef buff. Ooh. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Those are also really big bowls. Like, holy shit. Boost the hand appearance. Cool. Please come again, my lady. Meow. Oh. Okay. Didn't expect to exit the thing. Oh. Oh. Okay, so optional things. I see. I think. Okay, and the wall is gone. Unlock a new area. Cool. This is a much bigger demo than I was expecting. Now the question is, if I did decide to play this, would it carry over? Or is it... Because, I mean, all things considered, the game is pretty fast. Technical. Ooh, technical type. Whip of Atonement. Technical type character that uses a whip to strike a wide area. His special attack, Hellish Bomb, fires a shockwave direction in front of him. Interesting. Heal type character that uses mittens to perform hand-to-hand attacks. Special attack heals allies. Speed type that special range attack with a bow. Shoot 'em all dead. Fires countless arrows. Fire type that special hand-to-hand. Price type whirlwind. Balance type character uses twin swords for melee combat. Okay, cool. Tutorial. About Etrange. About Catch Me. Side story. Side story is separate from the main. Chef icon. Chef story episode. Chef icons will net you new recipes. Okay. Okay. So we have a vehicle but it does not feel all that much faster than a regular, than the regular movement. Oh, so I want to go back to the base because I did not mean to leave the base earlier. Where the mercenaries name called Bad Apple Incorporated. You take on a little fortress of your own, you never cease to amaze, Master. Okay, so it's just, I guess, those two for now. Those two shops. I'm ready to bust some heads, Master. Goshujin-sama. Can I sit in the throne? No. Okay, and also, yeah, there's no save. So let's do Chef Story 1. View episode. That's just the mission. El Dragon Hell Curry recipe. Okay, sure. Oh, okay. This is nice and cute. This has been my first time eating in hell. And this glorious event is being arranged by none other than Kaki. I wonder what manner of dish he will present me with. Here you are, Master. This is Hell El Dragon Curry. Dude, go get Killia. He loves curry. Or, sorry. He loves everything. Usalia loves curry. Although she didn't used to love curry. What is a curry? All the sinners of the human worlds gather here in this one hell. As such, we've developed a rather diverse food culture. In the last few thousand years, hellishly spicy food has become something of a trend here. Oh dear, I have a bad feeling about this. You see, hellishly spicy dishes are made with plentiful spices. It takes the utmost skill to elevate the flavor of a dish's ingredients while seeking the very limits of spiciness. It's the ultimate food family. Admittedly, it was originally devised as a kind of punishment for sinners. But after trying it on a whim, the previous Overlord found himself enamored with the flavors. So it is said that the moment kicked off a boom of super spicy food in hell. If the previous Overlord was so fond of it, then perhaps it won't be so bad. Fortunately, I was able to get my hands on some extremely rare Eldragon meat, so I used that as the main ingredient. Please, help yourself. This is thick, deeply crimson liquid on the white rice. And the spicy aroma is enough to choke me on its own. This combination of more than 10 different spices is enough to whet my appetite. I see. There's more to this spicy dish than meets the eye. I'll give it a try. It's so spicy. The heat's spreading through my mouth. But it isn't just spicy. No. I can taste the depth of flavor within the spice. Each one mixes together to create a unique whole. They bring out the power of the other ingredients perfectly. It's spicy, then delicious, then spicy, then delicious. The alternating sensations are attacking my taste buds in waves. I can scarcely stop myself from scooping up more. A regular food connoisseur like Van. Maybe she is his daughter. Thank you for the meal, Kaki. You are quite the chef. I'm pleased you like it, Master. It was my honor to serve you. I love sweets above all else, so I never imagined I would enjoy a spicy dish this much. I feel as though a new frontier has been opened. However, little did I know at the time that the trio who were watching me gleefully polishing off that super spicy meal would start cooking me hellishly spicy food every day in the future. Cool. Oh, and okay, each of these also gives some XP. Hell Dragon Hell Curry. Cool. Okay, so I think I'll do that, and then we can do, I guess, do one side quest, I guess. Yeah, let's do one, and then we can keep going.
Seems to me like you'll follow your Mr. Scum hell or high water. Why is that? Do you two share some special memory or something?
Yes, we do. And I'll never forget it for as long as I live. It wasn't long after I'd begun my training as a maid for House Rosenberg. My lady's cousin, Lady Angelina, had broken a vase. It was something of a national treasure, you see. And Lady Angelina laid the blame squarely on my shoulders. Okay, so she is a... Okay, Angelina is a wanton liar. It's a habitual, constantly does it. Okay. Throwing anyone and everyone under buses. My lady's aunt and uncle adored Angelina, so they took her at her word. Thus, I was ordered to take my own life, right then and there. I remember thinking at the time, is my life really going to end here? I was rooted to the spot, trembling in fear and despair. But then my lady, who had seen everything transpire, spoke up. She said, I forgive her, and the value of a human life is far greater than that of a mere vase. Wowee! That's our boss for you! So principled! The vase in question was a national treasure, so the loss was immeasurable. Lady Angelina and her parents fought tooth and nail to see that justice was carried out. But despite being so young at the time, Lady Etrange refused to back down. It's funny how Sweetie says justice was served or whatnot. Fought tooth and nail to see that justice was carried out, but that wasn't justice. It was just a punishment. It wasn't even true justice because she didn't do it. She calmly told them, as that vase belongs to me, this does not concern any of you. Ah, yes. I remember all this. I inherited all of my parents' assets and possessions after they passed, so that vase did in fact belong to me. My aunt and uncle are merely my guardians, and Angelina is only my cousin. Finished her eyes and I. Yes, I did indeed, Pastel. How's it going? By law, I was the head of House Rosenberg. They had no rights to any of my estate, much less the right to demand someone lose their head over a broken vase. Even if my mansion was to be razed to the ground, it wouldn't, and shouldn't, concern them. So thought about rewind to start Daybreak 1 and where it would go. I mean, I'm very curious as to what's going to happen. I don't want to talk about it too much outside of playing, like, Trails games, just because there might be people that have not played it and don't want to be spoiled. Like, I know Fontano still hasn't finished it, and he's my mod, so I want to be very careful about what I talk. I think it'll be an art timeline where we save X and stop Y beforehand. I think the entire point of it wasn't that... I feel like the entire point of that ending sequence wasn't that we were doing an alternate timeline. I'm pretty sure it was a backup in the current, is what I would probably say. Similar to Daybreak 2. Based on the specific verbiage used in the thing. Yeah, I mean, that's stopping it. Yeah. Yeah. And that's when Lady Etrange turned to me. Henceforth, you shall be my personal maid. I've devoted my life to her ever since.
Who turned on the waterworks? The tears won't stop flowing!
We appreciate you sharing such a wonderful memory with us, sweetie. You remember all of that, my lady? Did that really occur? It was all so long ago. I fear I've forgotten.
But she remembers. Gotta stop. We gotta say a really stepped up game with Combat Max has me excited to see Joshua, Lue, and Sky Tier. Oh yeah, 100%. Please tell the class what lies beyond the canopy. Yeah, no, I refuse. As I just said, I don't want to potentially spoil. You won't get me to say a word. Okay, let's go do a couple. Like, I don't know if I'll get to the end of this demo before, because like this second area might be pretty damn long. Like, I'll probably do a few more battles, and then probably call this demo there so I can go into, like, my listed pros and cons. Pair of K-Cup tutors. Honestly, wouldn't be a bad thing. Yeah, so this is Hell 2-1. So I'm surprised it went to 2. Honestly. Right, formations. Yeah, I'll take this. Clear stage, rewards. Yeah, let's go. Oh. So, new demon type and a special new individual. Proceed with caution, Your Grace. Those are mercenaries under the employ of Bad Apple Incorporated. They're equipped with weapons you're likely to be unfamiliar with, like a gun. Bad Apple Incorporated approaches humans that arrive in Hell to obtain information on weaponry from their respective worlds. Wait, so... Warusandoros. What is that supposed to be? Warusandoros. Waru is bad, but I don't know what Sandoros is. Bad Sandals Company or something? Maybe, I don't know. They then utilize that information to research, develop, iterate, and improve upon them. In human worlds where magic doesn't exist, they sell magical items at a high price. They also do much the same with firearms in worlds without gunpowder. That's how Bad Apple Incorporated has built its way up to prominence. To say that human history is defined by war wouldn't be far from truth. Foolish though it may be, people are rather persistent in turning to conflict. That the leader of Bad Apple Incorporated would think to capitalize on said foolishness tells me that their understanding of human nature is keen indeed. Mind you, I've no scruples with how they're going about things. Were they to possess weaponry from every human realm in existence, and were we to seize it all for ourselves, then that would be greatly contributing to my comfort here in Hell. It would also work to simplify discussions with the denizens of Hell. So, let's get this battle underway, shall we?
Oh there! Hold your horse, little lady.
We've traveled a great many miles to take your inventory off your hands. The least you could do is surrender peacefully and relinquish every one of your assets to me. Would you kindly see to that?
Lady, you must be out of your goddamn mind.
Excuse me. My mind is quite sound and teeming with intelligence, thank you very much. Lady Etrange, you shouldn't get so close to the enemy. Please, get back here where it's safe. It's all right, sweetie.
Gun. You're not leaving me much choice. Sorry, but protecting our supplies all part of the job. Okay, boy, let's kick their sorry asses, and then we can really have our fun with them.
Okay, boxes. Big-ass mines. Big-ass tower. Occupation rules. Capture every point within a time limit to clear the stage. Fill the gauge by staying within the circle. When it fills completely, the point will be captured. The more people within the circle, the faster the gauge will fill. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Conceptually, this is now pretty neat. So now that they have several different types of goals, I can see this being not necessarily MOBA-esque, but pretty interesting. But once again, kinda wish there was Kinda wish there was a easier way. Kinda wish there was a... Or, because there is not English voice acting, it is... It's rather unfortunate because I would love to be listening or reading the things that this guy is saying. Okay, there we go. And then once again it gets cut off. So I'd say those are my two main negatives. Like, they talk quite a bit during combat, and because it's not English voice acted, it's difficult to kind of like focus on combat and the character dialogue. And the dialogue is at length to the point where it's pretty easy to finish a fight before it's done. Same characters like scare across time, costume time, history, that would be given answer to the next time question is how history gets that. Iron-blooded spirits of the departed, heed thy oath and gather unto my fist. Just everyone behind, mouth agape, even the cat. Magna cheat. Yo, okay, she's playing Titanfall 2. What the? Fascinating, is it not? The dark spell Magnet Sheet succeeds in attracting metals like lead where normal magnetism would fail. As it is plain to see, I'm quite adept with it. And I can instill it with greater elegance and beauty still. Queen of Darkness, I command you, burn away that which obstructs my path. Meltiara. Oh. Melting bullets into into a statue of herself? That's okay. That's Aura. Behold the true elegance and beauty that stands before you. Don't be shy. Heap as much praise on my fabulous piece de resistance as you wish. In fact, you can even tremble and break down in tearful awe. No doubt you all must be moved beyond measure. You monster! How perplexing a reaction. Have they failed to grasp the grandeur of my art? Admittedly, I too have wondered if hidden within that fleshy exterior is a beast most terrible. Yes, I'm almost certain of that. That's quite enough out of you two. Damn it. We won't forget this. I won't forget this. Oh, an SMG. Excuse me. Bum-ba-dum. Etrange obtained a hell-modified BAI-UZ. Just kidding. She is playful, and I enjoy that. I see you fully embrace the bandit lifestyle, my lady. Now, whatever could you mean by that, my dear sweet here? I'm simply picking up the non-combustible trash they left behind and recycling it. It's all in the interest of protecting the environment of hell. It's economical. It's responsible. They didn't put it in the recycling bin. Okay. Clear stage. Okay. Here's what I think we're going to do. I think we're going to take another quick 3-minute break. Then we'll do probably one more battle. And then I will pull up my Excel and do the pros and cons of the game. And we might just call it there because it'll have been about 2 hours. So, 3 minutes. And we're back. Okay. See, I wish I could get out of the vehicle now to see if the movement speed is any different, or if it's purely, or if it's purely like a visual change. Okay, hell challenge. We got them. You know what? Let's take her out and put Eret in so we can test him out. Initiate battle. I'll blow you up. or something like that. Okay, so pretty standard. Seems to be a pretty... Oh, his is weird. Nope. Okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
敵対する奴はルール無用の残虐ファイトで完膚なきまでに叩き潰すのは当然のことさ。けどな、どんな戦いにも最低限の美学ってもんがあるんじゃねえのか。
Okay.
俺たちでも美学を持ってねえと鬼畜にも劣る下道になっちまう。無差別に必戦闘員を殺すな。
Revive, hold square near down to allies.
俺の美学に反する。てなわけでこいつを選んだのさ。見ろよ。ミサイル先端に取り付けた巨大なドリルを。この美しき螺旋。
There we go. Just use the ults. Okay, so enemies are now starting to do a good amount of damage. Probably need to rely a bit more on the food. Okay, so it's not no ally KOs. Okay, so do you need to do that? No ally KOs, or is that just a special? Seems like it's just a special bonus thing for more XP. Damn it all. I can't believe I have to pull out the big guns on these chumps! Oh man, blow them to Kingdom Come! Those just like intercontinental, they're just massive drill missiles. Okay. Oh, dark stars which illuminate the night sky, hear my prayer and smite the foes before me. Meteor! Which is her ult in the combat, so makes sense. I really enjoy, was it, Chucky's face? And it's all like agape. How marvelous. My breath is always stolen away by the sight of these lovely fireworks, no matter how many times I gaze upon it. They must be so captivated that they're at a loss for words. I made the right choice picking Meteor. Can't believe it. You blew through Bad Apple Incorporated's magic that modified weapons like they were junk fresh from the scrap heap. Doesn't make any damn sense. Just who the hell are you? You the devil or something? The great devil Etrange, That has a nice ring to it. Seriously, you really do take everything in stride. Guess this marks the second time a human's ever genuinely surprised me. Second? Oh, so there's someone else out there capable of catching a veteran mercenary unawares? Consider my interest piqued. Perhaps I'll add this person to my growing collection of vassals in the future. Anyway, you, little lady, are the most powerful, sinister, and terrifying human weapon I've ever come across. Actually, I should probably start addressing you as ma'am. To think I would be called ma'am at the tender age of 17. Seems I've amassed quite the number of nicknames. This makes the third, I believe. Etrange, the wielder of dark arts. Etrange, the devil. And now we have Etrange, the most powerful, sinister, and terrifying human weapon. None sound terribly cute. In fact, they all paint me as some sort of wicked villainess. Oh? What's this? Gotta go with the bows. Ah, you wish to serve me, is that it? They're all still mouth agape at it, but... Well, you're welcome to do so, if you so desire. House Rosenberg accepts all who seek to join it with open arms. Thank you, ma'am. The name's Schwartz. Pleasure to meet you. If it's weapons you need, I'm your man. You can always count on me to bring the goods. Anessa. Yet another vassal to join the tally. At this rate, not even a full month will pass before my grand army of hell is complete. All this hard work has me rather spent. I also seem to have burned through my MP, casting so many high-level spells simultaneously. MP, negative 893. Oh dear. I'm more into the negative than I thought. I can feel my withdrawal symptoms flaring up. Okay, so she can go negative MP. That's interesting world building. Everything around me is starting to look like sweets. Even the people. Cake! Yes, my lady. I have your sweets right here. Everyone just bowing and clapping. Yeah, you go. Sweetie's level of attentiveness is nothing short of divine. It truly is her greatest asset. Much obliged. Schwartz can now be used in battle. Cool. Weapon enhancements when unlocked. Dr. Schwartz while at your base. And do share your fill. What would you like to eat? Current Kobe Kimchi, L Dragon Hill Curry. Ah, okay. So if I got 2 more Dragon Tenderloins, boost first party's H. Okay, so now it becomes more of a. Who do you like the most? You know what effects are affecting the entire pool of people. Okay, I like that. I can see where that can go in terms of stuff to do. Need your weapon soon up, then I'm your man. Need your weapon to me. Needs to me. Okay, increase the strength and attack range of your weapons to gain the upper hand in combat. Each character has different strikes, so be sure to experiment. Okay, so each person, it seems like it's just there. So there might only be 10 characters, I guess. Each person only has 1 weapon, and you just upgrade their weapon, and the stars do go up. Okay, so that's good. I was right in my assumption. Okay, that's neat. Hard bone, whetstone, magical shard, low-grade iron, pro snake skin, low-grade iron, pro snake skin. Okay, so there are some that share upgrade materials, which is fine. And it costs money as well. Yeah, sure. Projectile count and attack range. Don't you dare come back. That's pretty mean. Why would you tell me that? But okay. Interesting. Display illustration. Attack range is the only thing that gets modified. 65. Where's the demo ending? At the final boss. Honestly? Like, technical type character that specializes in ranged attacks using a gun. His special attack, racing tank, summons a tank directly in front of him. Racing tank. Wait. Racing queen. Cause a scene. 17. Not that I'm complaining. I'm positively. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised. Because, like, I'm going to call it here. But, like, this demo is sizable. Like, I mean, it seems like the first 2 levels, like Hell 1, Hell 2, are, like, beginning game tutorial, like, get your cast together and unlock all the shops and stuff. But it's like, this is a good demo, right? Especially if like, it's hard to tell because the only thing that it shows, like, the only way you can save is by autosave, but it autosaves after everything. Which is fine in general. It does make it a little bit annoying. Like, let's say if you purchase the wrong thing, it would autosave and then you wouldn't really have a means of undoing it. Relay and Dragon Quest 11 were extremely generous demos. Those are very long. Yeah, some games that are very long have long demos, which makes sense. But like, I've been playing this for 2 hours, 13 minutes. Now, mind you, 6 of that is just my break, but still. Like, I was only expecting this demo to be like 45 minutes to an hour. This is already twice as long as I was expecting, and I'm not even done with it. But yeah, so I imagine that this goes back to, I imagine that this is, whatchamacallit, a situation where it goes into the, what am I thinking of? Like, it goes into the full game, like it carries over, progress carries over, because it's not like this is a demo that jumps you into the middle of the game. It starts you right from the beginning. Those usually are indicative of, hey, you get to carry progress forward. The only thing that surprised me is there's no title screen to go to. It's just this, which I guess if you don't need a title screen and you have all the options available in game, I guess it's fine. But it's still just kind of strange not to have it. I wonder if the game itself will have it, or yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But now the question is, let's test something. Okay, it stays active while I click out of it. So let's do this. Cool. Yeah, let me zoom in. So let's just do a quick like pros and cons. So, I mean, pros. Let's start like a hardware external of the game kind of thing. Like it runs well. I don't think it requires much, so it's like low like tech standards. Like, I'm pretty sure it's pretty low. Pretty I think it's running fine. I guess a conditional pro is like demo specifically long. That one's kind of like a sub pro. So I'll also just do that, make that clear. The combat system, I don't want to say whether or not it's pro or con. It's just highly unique. Like, it is a unique combat scenario, right? Because the things that you do in it, like dash, attack, special attack, and throw an item, right? Nothing special there. Relatively standard, action combat. You have a whole bunch of jobbers to take out, and then some larger enemies. Almost Muso-esque, almost like MOBA-esque, but isn't runs well subjective. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's dependent on, that's why it runs well and low-tech standards are kind of together. It runs well on a good PC, and I assume low-tech standards, most people would be able to run it well. If I'm playing on a 2015 MacBook Air, I'm not 100% sure. Let's go to the store page and check out. So, processor, Intel Core i3 as a minimum, 8 gigs of RAM. Doesn't even say you should have a graphics card. It just says Intel UHD graphics. DirectX version 12, 5 gig storage space. Additional also has window mode 1280, 720 VSync. Like, and the recommended is not even that bad at a 1650 full screen 3840 by 2160 with VSync on, right? Like, this shit doesn't take much. Like, this is what I would consider a good indie game. And it's not even indie, it's by NIS, so it's like, what, double A, single A kind of tier, right? Where it's like, man, we're not asking for you, like they're not relying on the player's hardware to carry the ability to play the game, which I can appreciate. So like the lane combat is the lanes that go around are like the most interesting part about the combat system, all things considered. Like, they're definitely the unique thing about it, but I think overall it doesn't seem to be too interesting. I would put it as a neutral, where I imagine later on in the game there's going to be more diverse maps with more interesting usage of like lane shapes and goals and objectives. But yeah, outside of that, I can't really think of anything. And I think technical standards, I've done it to death. So now let's go into the game itself. So I am generally not one to say lack of English voice acting is a con, but I'll put it here specifically because there is in-battle dialogue. There's specifically in-battle dialogue, which there's a lot of it, and battle dialogue easily skipped by winning battle, right? It never feels good to be punished for doing a good job. And that's what battle dialogue being skipped by it is. This con, there's not much to get around. Well, both of these could potentially be solved by having a like a dialogue log, text log that goes beyond the given cutscene would solve issue. There we go. Wrap text. There we go. So yeah, both of these are tied to like similar issues. I think the Japanese voice acting is really good. I think Etrange's voice actress is nice. So like good VA work. I think that's fine. I'd love to see more of it. The comedy is there. It's pretty funny. Like, I think there's some like, we'll see if they remain one note, but they're at the very least enjoyable characters. So far, the background of the world is intriguing at the very least. So like, intriguing setting, and the character and Etrange's interaction with it. Now, one thing that I don't want to say is necessarily a con, but I wonder if NIS knows it's their thing, or if it's their primary cop-out to just like do setting in the underworld again, whether or not that underworld is similar to Disgaea underworld or just normal underworld. They did mention, oh, we sell our stuff to other worlds and people from different worlds come here, so it makes me think that it's kind of Disgaea again. And I would kind of like it if they branched out and stopped using underworld as setting. It can be fine, but I really only expect it in Disgaea and maybe some like choice others. I can't put it as a pro or con, the music, right? Because I'm not one to say, oh, damn, this is great music, unless it's fantastic. Like, I haven't disliked any of the music that's been going on. It hasn't annoyed me. It hasn't done anything bad. But I can say is that the game having like the musical like vignettes or like it's a musical itself is really cool. I like that. They're the lanes being the notes on a on like sheet music, tying into the overall musical theming of, I guess, the story beats, because it's not the musical theming is not so strong. Actually, it might be. I don't know. Is Etrange a thing? Etrange just means odd. Odd in French. So odd Overlord. So I guess main character is quite literally the odd Overlord. Odd. What does Vaughn mean? Vaughn either nobility interviewing a noble patronality or a simple preposition used by commoners. No, English VA is a con. Only specifically in this instance regarding the battle dialogue, and that's it. By having the quantity of battle dialogue that is not just like a rote, like, get him, right? It's characters like fleshing out their character or the group's character, right? There's so much of it, and it's hard to pay attention to it while you're actively trying to play the game. Not having it in English auditorily makes it different. It makes it difficult to, internalize all of that. There should be no subtitle for Laura. No, there are subtitles. They have them there, but you're busy playing the game, and there's no easy, you don't want to constantly be stopping. Is this a skill issue? Yeah, sure. It's a skill issue. There are subtitles mid-battle would help. Well, there are subtitles, is the thing. They show up on the side of the screen, and they're there next to the character's portrait, so that it makes it clear who's talking. However, you're still actively playing the game. Maybe if you pause the game to read it every single time it showed up, fine. But then that makes an issue of pacing, because it's like anytime a new thing shows up, I shouldn't have to pause the game to know what's going on. So I think in this case, as I say, it would be solved if they had a good text log that you could just go back through. And this would also solve this one, where if you had a text log that auto filled out the entire battle's spoken word right at the end, then you could say, okay, I've finished it, pause, let me go back and read all of the dialogue, so I don't even have to deal with it. These are I would consider minor by and large, because I don't think the dialogue is going to add too much to your understanding of the character that the chef stories or side stories or the main story wouldn't already. So that those are all things here minor, and do have things that, or do have methods that could be implemented that would solve it. I think, depending on how the game is structured, as we saw, you just travel along in the car. So potential lack of fast travel. So if the map gets too big and they don't have a means by which to get from one end of the map to the other really fast, and you have to drive the car all the way, similar to the way Overcooked handles it, I could imagine that getting really annoying, unless there is no backtracking in its design at all, which could potentially be the case, right? Hey, so long as you do all the fights and then go to each of the side events before going forward, you'll never have to go back, then this potential con becomes moot. Because games like this, I don't feel like you really need all that much backtracking. Although at the same time, this does bring into the idea of, is an overworld really necessary? Right? What is added by the fact of walking around and doing it? Because as we see in Disgaea, right, you just have, hey, select the map set, select the fight that you're going to do it. And then you could just have all the similar side content, chef stories, just in the home base. And that could be where you walk around, like in Disgaea. Right. So then it becomes a question of what does the what does the traversable world add to it other than just letting you kind of bump into things and maybe get a little bit extra currency or materials? Not terrible. I would say the combat controls are pretty darn good. They feel smooth and responsive. When I was doing dashes, it was immediate and you could do them repeatedly. I didn't feel constrained. I think they feel smooth and responsive, but you are, I think, unidirectionally locked when you're attacking. At least I felt that way. Where, like, when you're in your attack combo, you're going in the direction of it. And you can't, like, do an attack this way, and then the next attack this way, and then another attack that way, and then another attack that way in one combo. It felt like. I might be misremembering that. Yeah. Trying to think of any other pros or cons. Thing that definitely surprised me was this musical vignette. I was pleasantly surprised by this because I feel like not many games play with the concept of having musical numbers in them that the characters are involved in. So yeah. But yeah, with this, I would consider my... Oh, nope, no need to say that. I would consider these all the pros and cons of my Etrange Overlord demo. I don't know if I'll, like, post these on, like, Twitter or Blue Sky or anything, or if I'll just kind of, like, leave this here for posterity and, like, upload or export the stream to YouTube as, like, a one-off. Not 100% sure, but yeah, this is what it is. So, with that, I'll call it early tonight and I'll find someone to raid because you know what? Why not? Maybe someone I'm following is up right now or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Because yeah, if every demo I do goes about this long, like 2-hour mark, then I'll do one demo a day for like a week or so. You know what? Kite is playing Pokobia. Why not? Okay, so everyone, I hope you all have a very nice night. Thank you all for dropping by. Wolf/Sleeper, Ninja, and Pastel, and anyone else that dropped by and was lurking. I would suggest this game. I would probably put out like a 7.5, 8 out of 10 based on the demo. And, you know, it's coming out on the 26th, so give it a wish list or a purchase when it comes out if you want it. Thanks for dropping by. Bye.